Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, my name is Julianne. I am a Canadian. I'm currently in Canada, but I do live in Germany. And sorry, wow, let me catch my breath. So one thing that I love about Germany in the time of autumn, the time of fall, is everything pumpkin, and not the American sweet pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin pies, but the savory pumpkin is so good. And before going to Germany, I had never had like savory pumpkin before. So today, on this lovely, what is it? I think it's the first day of fall actually today, I'm going to make some pumpkin soup. So to start, obviously the main ingredients are going to be a lovely pumpkin. Make sure you get an edible one. This is a pie pumpkin and I will be peeling it. If you use the most common type of pumpkin that they use in Germany is a Hokkaido pumpkin. Those are ones, they look very almost like a red color and they're smaller, and those ones you can eat the peel. So just research if you need to peel it or not. The other things that you will be needing are some onion, a few cloves of garlic, some milk or cream, some soup base, whether you want to have a vegetable soup base, which is the most common in Germany, or if you want to have chicken or whatever you want for soup base. And then for seasonings, obviously salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of curry or a little bit of turmeric, and then to top it off, some pumpkin seeds. So let us begin. So the first step is to chop up and saute the onion, and it doesn't matter how big you chop it because it will be pureed afterwards. Get yourself a little compost bowl. Make sure to compost your food scraps, guys. So now that the onion is chopped, we are going to put it in a big soup pan. This is just going to be where all the soup is going to go into, and it's just a one-pot meal. So put in your onions, put in a little bit of olive oil, and then turn on the heat. And while that's heating up, I'm going to chop up 3 cloves of garlic. You can add more or less, depending on what you like. I like garlic, so I'm gonna add lots. So the garlic will be added next once the onions are nice and sauteed. You really want to make sure that they're nice and brown because like good sauteed onions can give a lot of flavor. So we're just going to set these aside for now so that they don't get burnt while the onions are sauteing. And now it is time for the pumpkin. Alright, so now that this little beastie is peeled, we are going to chop it up. You will have to take out the insides, and those can be composted, or actually, you can also roast the seeds, but Yeah, maybe I'll roast the seeds this time, who knows. So be very careful cutting the pumpkin. Here we go. And then all of this insides can be taken out. Now that the pumpkins are nice and prepared to get chopped, it is time to chop. So just cut off like the bottoms and the tops, and then smaller pieces. Depends how fast you need it to cook. I would say just cut it into medium-sized chunks. So now that the pumpkin is chopped up, this is where I like to add the spices. So now to the nicely browned onions, I will add our 3 cloves of garlic as well as our spices. So I will be adding salt, pepper, turmeric, and a little bit of chili, or not chili, and a little bit of curry powder. And adding the spices at this stage is just going to bring out more flavor in them when you're sauteing the spices with a bit of oil in them. And then after a few minutes of that, I will be adding the pumpkin. So at this point is to add some liquid. We will be adding some chicken broth. That is just what's here, or you can just add vegetable broth. So we'll add in the liquid, and then you just let it simmer until the pumpkin is nice and tender. It's all cooked, and then we will continue to the next step. So now that the potatoes, or not the potatoes, reset! So now that the pumpkin is totally cooked and soft, it is ready to puree, and we have an immersion blender for that. But when you're doing that, I always add a little bit of cream or some milk. So that's the last ingredient, and then you just puree it, and that's it. That's the soup.